Hi everyone, this is Lady T with your Cancer love situation for September 2023. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. And let's see what we have going for you, Cancer. Again, I like to do different kind of spreads. So we're using the Broke Bitch Tarot and lots of other decks that are over here. We've got the Soul Connections When Two Hearts Meet cards, the Crazy Sexy Love Notes, True Love Oracle, Power of Love Oracle, the Situations Oracle, the Love Oracle Tarot, and the Star Codes Astro Oracle. And then we also have the blue relationship cards that we start out to get just a feel for what's going on. So let's go ahead and get into it, Cancer. Again, thank you everyone for your support in any kind of way, and let's see what we got going on. So in your tarot messages here, first row, we had the Four of Wands in reverse, which is basically having some kind of family issues. There's some not stable situations going on right now. Just sort of feeling unwelcome and or just negative vibes. A lot of negative vibes around you or going on in your immediate circle. In the challenge position next, we have the Three of Wands, which is about taking leadership and taking those steps to move forward and taking the initiative in some way. Next, we have the Nine of Coins, which is where we could be overindulging in a situation. We could be being successful and or independent and self-reliant. Next, we have the Four of Cups. So usually that's about disappointment about a situation. So there's a sense of apathy. There could be a situation that needs mediation, and or a sense of regret about something going on right now. Maybe you missed the opportunity. Maybe some action you did or didn't take has caused this. I'm not totally sure. But also in the reverse, we had the Emperor, and that speaks to basically abusing power of some sort. There could be some, farther issues going on, or a lack of flexibility in the situation. Now we'll move into the second row, and we have Judgment in the challenge position. So really taking a look at the situation is probably what's happening. Maybe you're doing a period of contemplation, introspection, because you could be going through an awakening where you're going to need to step into forgiveness of some sort, whether this is towards yourself or to others. Next, we have the Magician, and this is about being resourceful, manifesting your hopes and dreams to make things happen. And we also have the Fool in the challenge position. So this is about taking a leap of faith towards a new beginning, and having that kind of exuberant energy of the Fool. And hopefully, as you're stepping into that energy, you are taking the wisdom from the lessons learned as you move forward, and not just doing things out of the Fool without direction. Okay, but if you ever having trust and faith in that you are being spiritually led, because you've gone in and you know this to be true, then of course you want to follow that, that guidance. Also in the challenge position, we have the High Priestess. So this is about you getting sacred knowledge, balancing out your divine masculine, divine feminine, and in stepping out of an unconscious mind. So really, really using your intuition, and really tapping in, as they say, because you also had the Empress in reverse, which is about potentially codependent kind of tendencies here, creative blocks, and then we have a sense of coldness even in your demeanor or the attitude. If this isn't you, Cancer, then this is someone who's definitely involved in the situation, who is around you. Now let's go ahead and get into the relationship cards that we pulled here for the very first row, and then we'll talk about those. So in the reverse, we have honesty. And in the upright, it says relationship needs trust. So maybe there is no trust in the situation. Maybe things are not being spoken honestly. Feelings, thoughts, emotions, whatever needs to be spoken with a sense of trust, with a sense of truth, isn't happening at this time. Next, we have thinking in the challenge. It says you may be on someone's mind, or someone may be on yours, etc. But this is someone thinking about you, or you thinking about them, or this could be mutually. But again, that also is perhaps the retrospection that I got over here too. Next, we have curiosity. Learn to be curious about each other. So, this is about the exploration phase of the relationship, where you really sort of dive into getting to know each other on a different level, and being curious to learn about each other and explore each other and what you like, what you don't like, and finding out more information. We have sacrifice, and this is also in the challenge. It says true love is selfless. So this is about perhaps stepping out of the me mindset and getting into the we mindset, looking out for the other person's interest and best, above your own, even, because that's often a sacrifice in relationships as well. But you also have the free will, which is the last card that did come up in the upright. And it says the path you take is up to you. So, again, with all things, you always have a choice. Now, let's go ahead and move into the next set of messages we have for you. We start off again in the challenge position. We have heart with the key. It says welcoming love, meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together. Perfect. Hold on just a moment. Okay, sorry about that. So with a clock, it says need time, takes times, in time, cycles, time for heal, progress. So, what I'm getting here is maybe this is the end of one cycle, the beginning of the next. There could be some healing that needs to take place. You did have the Four of Wands in reverse. Um, so that could be, you wanting to celebrate, you wanting to get back to the good times after going through the bad, right? It may be closing out the cycle and allowing for things to heal, is what I'm getting there. Next, we have passion. So it says insane chemistry, like each other equally, having fun. So again, as you are going into the phase of curiosity and really learning about each other again, or if this is a new person, learning about that new person, take your time. There's no need to rush. Be honest with yourself, be honest with them. And then also really just enjoy the moment, is what I'm getting there. In the reverse, we have engagement ring. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, union. That's in the reverse, because maybe that's not what you're even looking for at this time. Maybe you're just enjoying the moment. Maybe you don't want commitment. Maybe you have a fear of commitment. I'm not totally sure on that, but I'm just getting a lot of different things. We've got heartbroken next, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. So if this is a situation where you guys have separated for whatever reason, there is some sadness that needs to be healed. There's some grieving energy, some mourning energy that may be necessary as well, so that you can move forward. Because this could be about, wearing a mask in the situation, and not really revealing the truth of your feelings, the truth of your hopes, dreams, and desires with this person. Pretending things that aren't the truth. I'm not totally sure here, but for the mask to come out, somebody is not being honest about something. We've got girl with a snake. It says empath, narcissist, paradigm, being charmed or used, enable boundaries. So this is about you establishing boundaries, you seeing the red flags, or the other person, whoever's involved, whoever this resonates for, and really, really stepping into your power as you move forward to determine how you want to do relationships with this person or whoever else. Okay. Next, we have twin flame. Yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, couple, and complementing each other. Complement each other. So to me, this is about perhaps this is the dynamic that maybe you had to go through to learn about yourself, to learn about them, and vice versa. because twin flame journey is a rough journey. You go through a lot with the other person. You go through a lot of triggers. They trigger you, you trigger them. There's so much to it. So if this is a twin flame situation, understanding, maybe if you don't understand, maybe you need to read up on it. But the bottom line is in any relationship, you're going to make sacrifices for one another. You're going to put the other person first. They're going to put you first. And that's how you do that thing. You're going to need boundaries with each other because you need space. They need space. You need space individually. But you also need to balance the time that you need together. So it's a lot of different things that come up in a twin flame. We've got mirroring each other, self image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. So, again, this is perhaps a situation where your twin flame mirrored something back to you by something that happened, which probably hurt you because we did see the heartbroken. And now you are understanding things. You were triggered by things. You had to heal some things. And now you are perhaps understanding that part of the relationship. We've got butterflies. So it says relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. So again, you could be healing your inner child at this time. You could be ascending, you could be growing, you could be going from the unconscious to the conscious. You could be having a lot of transformation at this time. It says be lighthearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. So as things come to light, flexibility is going to be key. Staying in your peace, staying in your joy, trusting, your journey, trusting, your spiritual team, not only to adapt and change as necessary, but also to heal what needs to be healed. Now let's go ahead and move into. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and move into the next set, which is your situations deck. So let's see what we have here. So the first one we have here is poison, toxic, unhealthy behaviors or people. So really, this is about identifying that and making the changes to heal whatever needs to be healed, forgive whatever needs to be forgiven, and separate, walk away from, move forward. And this could not necessarily be a person, although it very well might be. But this could also be about you moving forward and leaving behaviors behind too. Because indulgence was here, which is usually about overindulging, falling prey to bad habits, that kind of thing. Okay. Now we have ascension, spiritual path awakening. So this is about you understanding that you are getting on your spiritual path if you're not already on it, and you are awakening and ascending to a whole new level. Now we have lockdown, mental prison, confined. So this is about, perhaps dealing with the mental end of things, because your mind loves to do things to you when you're going through a spiritual awakening, because it brings up things to you to put you in a state of feeling like you can't trust others, or your ego kicks in, and it doesn't do so in a way that really protects you. In fact, your ego can sabotage things too. And that's what I'm getting here too. So the mental prison and understanding things on a whole new level so that you can release yourself from this. Because when you put yourself in a mental prison, you are the one who can release yourself. So keeping that in mind. Next, we have realization. And again, this is that realization that you are in control of your thoughts, your behaviors. You are in control of your happiness. No one else gets to control that. And if they do, that's because you gave your power away to them and allowed them to do so. So there's some personal ownership here that takes place as well. And it says awareness, finding out, coming to light. Now, the realization could be things that, again, were hidden from you, but these could be things hidden from you personally, where you get the realization about you, or this could be other things coming out about the situation. Next, we have financial support, child alimony, government. So some kind of financial support is going on in the situation, whether this is you or the other person involved. So there's some kind of legal financial support required in the situation. But there is love here. There's adore, admire, enchantment. So there is a genuineness to the love you have, and it's not just chemistry. It's deeper than that. It's a genuine love. And then we have waves. So we have emotions coming and going. So those are the waves that are trying to come up to be healed, to be really looked at, and to be healed and released. And a lot of people are going through this right now. So I don't want you to think you're the only one, because you're not. And then we have anxiety, and it's scared and panic. So this is about getting control of that anxiety, learning how to bring yourself back into peace, because peace is what gets you through these moments. Surrender, allowing is what gets you through the anxiety of life, in different situations that we put ourselves in, or that we don't recognize the red flags, and then we have to deal with the outcomes of those situations. Now let's go ahead and move into the True Love Oracle. We had several in the challenge, and we'll move into the other messages here. So the first three in challenge, the first one was serendipity. So this is in the challenge because things are trying to come together in divine timing. Things are trying to be worked out behind the scenes, and that's where you get serendipity at. Now we have the divine feminine, again, that balance between the divine feminine and divine masculine, and then allowing for the intimacy of the relationship to move forward naturally. Now, the other cards we had in the upright, we have the silver waterfall. To me, this is the cleansing. Okay, this is the spiritual cleansing, the healing, the release, the surrender, the trust, the knowing of the know that you are in connection with spirit. Spirit is alive and well within you. And that connection transcends all of this. It transcends fear, it transcends anxiety. And when you come into that level of trust, nothing can interfere with that. Okay, we've got divine masculine here, so that's that balance I talked about, right? So this is the twin flame pair, but this is also speaking to the balance between the divine feminine and masculine in both of you. We've got spiritual maturity, and there it is. Okay, that's that balance, that's that ascension, that's that going up the next level, because now you've done the work. We've got the abundance coming in because, again, you've done the work. You don't get the blessing without the lesson or the testing. We've got resolving conflict. So this is about um, heart chakra awakening and letting love really, really abound here, to the point where there's peace and there's just love. The things of the past are forgiven. The hurts, the pains, the whatever needs to be forgiven is forgiven. And there's a renewal here, is what I'm getting. Now, let's go ahead and get into the next deck here. And these are all in the challenge position, which makes sense, to be honest. When you're on a journey and you're on an ascension, things are in the works. So that's why most things come out in the challenge, because you could be in a period of resistance. So until you get beyond the resistance, things will be in the challenge position. So we got synchronicity here, and it says a divine soul counterpart relationship is blessed with amazing moments of synchronicity. So again, you're going to see things line up. You're going to see the intuitive nudgings from spirit via synchronicities, and you're going to see it within the relationship as well. You've got rekindle. Every relationship has magical moments that can be rekindled. So again, this is the renewal I talked about. Renewal of self first, and then renewal of both of you together. Both of you separately have work to do, and then you come back together, and you are renewed as a couple as well. Now we have deeply. Look deeply within to discover your soul purpose in your relationships. So here, this is about that deeper relationship with spirit and going within, and letting the the connection between you and your spiritual team, your higher self and you, that connection deepening, so that you are very, very in tune to the messages that spirit's trying to give you at this time. We have feelings. Take time out to explore the deep emotions you are experiencing. So this is about you, again, introspection here. The time out is specifically for you, to do that deep dive internally, to see where these feelings are coming from and what they're about. We've got challenges. All true soul connections involve challenges that can be overcome together. This is about working together, being flexible, staying in the moment, staying in the love mode, to deal with whatever challenges come about, discussing things openly and honestly so that you can really handle things together. Then we've got marriage. A marriage of souls is a union of two divine counterparts blending together. So again, you've got two separate people, entities coming together. So there's a lot of flexibility in that and there's sacrifice in relationships because you sacrifice for one another. You put each other first. So therefore, you are always looking out for the highest good of the other person and they doing the same for you. It is all about reciprocity. Next, we have telepathic. Close soul connections are harmoniously synchronized, creating moments of telepathy. So this is again where you can have moments where they don't have to say anything to you because you know what you're thinking, and vice versa. Or if you're thinking of them, they call you. If you're thinking of them, um, or if you're thinking of them, you call them, kind of thing. It's really cool actually when it happens. Then we have temptation. Think carefully about the situation. So, is there some sort of temptation going on? Is there some kind of what's really going on here with this? Okay. Um, we've got universe. The universe is guiding you to that special person. Allow everything to take its natural course. So again, not trying to control anything, not trying to do anything but live in the moment, enjoy the moment, have some fun, and just really, really focus on the now. We've got signs. Watch out for signs leading you to true love. So this is about paying attention to the signs and synchronicities. You could be having them via dreams as well. So make sure you're writing things down. And then we have emotions. Look deep within your emotions. So this is about diving deep. And this is about allowing and surrendering, so that you can release what needs to be released so you can really, really feel again with your heart chakra, being open and ready and just really beautifully um, in a space of genuine love, not only for yourself, but in the situation. And for whoever you deem to be the person to receive that kind of energy from you. Okay. Now we're going to move into the crazy, sexy love notes and see what messages are coming out. And then we'll do the power of love to close it out. And I might have done this opposite on the other ones. I don't remember. I'm just doing um, what's coming to mind here. So these will take a few more shuffles because I don't think I shuffled these beforehand. Okay, one more. Great. Okay, go ahead and give me some more messages for Cancer. Messages for Cancer about their love situation. Thank you. Anything else? Last go around. Anything else? I thought there was some more in there. Okay, let's see what we have here. No particular order. So the first one we have here is slow down. When it feels like our world is spinning out of control, it's easy to get overwhelmed. There's a good time to begin a daily meditation practice. Your mind is the most open and receptive in the morning, which is why it is helpful to start your day with centering exercises. Cultivate stillness within and know there is no rush. At the end of our days, we don't care about our to do list. We wish we had loved more, lived more, and been at peace. Don't wait, slow down now. A new day. Are you constantly giving to others yet really? Hold on. Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think that message lined up with the front of the card. It says, let go of what was in order to make room for what's to come. It may be time to release a relationship that has run its course, a job that's lost its luster, or depleting commitment. The past is over. What's done is done. Acknowledge the feelings, learn from the experience, and give yourself permission to release any negative emotions or guilt. When one area of your life falls apart, new opportunities fall in place. So, what I'm getting here is that sometimes we have to allow the old to die. We have to allow the old thinking, the old behaviors, the old anything to die so that the new has a place to grow and come into our lives. We have to align to the things we want. If we want love, we have to be the love that we want. If we want abundance, again, we have to allow for it. We have to align to it. If we're saying that we're not worthy, or we have any kind of lack mentality, that monetary or abundance can't come in because we are clashing with the very thing we're asking for. So we're asking for abundance, but yet we don't feel we're worthy of it. So it's a total clash and a total conflict happening here. So it says here, okay, this one is ask for help. It says, are you constantly giving to others yet rarely receive what you need? Then it's time to ask for help. You're not Superwoman, so there's no need to do it all yourself. You have an army of angels on speed dial. Give them a call, communicate your needs, and learn to receive, dear one. When we're open to the help that's all around us, the universe provides assistance. Make sure to look for the signs. Once you ask for help, they'll start appearing. So again, those signs and synchronicities we were talking about. So once you ask for help, this is about moving out of the way and allowing for it, being in a place to receive it. It says risk it. So that's the leap of faith here. It says great things are born to those brave enough to fly, those who are willing to risk failure. Your dreams require action, and you're ready to make a move. Remember, you have nothing to lose. Even if you flop, you'll receive a valuable insight. So get off your butt and take a step. Go for it. Tell the truth. That goes back to the honesty card we talked about in the very beginning. Communicate with integrity. You may need to level with someone. This person could even be you. Are you saying you're fine when you don't mean it? Are you swallowing your needs because you don't want to rock the boat? When we hide the truth, it eventually comes out in destructive ways. Act with integrity and say what's on your mind. While honesty may lead to short term discomfort, your long term peace and happiness are worth it. So, this is about standing in your power to speak your truth, speak your needs, speak your hopes, dreams, and desires, and being honest. You did it. Hooray! Success is here, or just around the corner. You've worked hard and your efforts are paying off. Congratulate yourself and truly savor the fantastic victory. Just remember that success comes in cycles, so we can't be at the top of our game 24/7. We succeed, celebrate, rest, renew, and succeed again. Know where you are in this journey. You did it before and you'll do it again and again. Accept yourself. While there's a time and place for self-improvement, today's focus is on everything that's already great about you. Let go of who you think you should be and fall madly in love with who you are at this moment. When you accept yourself exactly as you are, you shift from living for tomorrow to appreciating today. Accept yourself, sweetheart. Your purpose is joy. Your purpose has nothing to do with how you make a living. That is your vocation, mission, or inspired passion, all worthy, but your purpose is much simpler and bigger. Your purpose is joy. It's about discovering, nurturing, and celebrating who you truly are and knowing and loving yourself at the deepest level. Spruce up your nest. It's time for a little spring cleaning. Your home is sacred and your surroundings matter. Honor where you recharge and fill it with beauty. Make a space by giving away or donating what you don't need. Your clutter could be someone else's gold. Plus, we have less to process physically. We have more room to process things emotionally. A clear head and a new room for great art awaits. Spruce up your fabulous nest. Decide. It's time to make a decision. Being on the fence drains your energy. No matter what you choose, it will be the exact right thing for your spiritual path. Channel your energy, be decisive, learn, grow, decide. Invite your fears to tea. Fears aren't facts. Often they're just scary things, thoughts, or feelings. Instead of judging your fears, invite them to tea. Offer them a cookie and have a chat. Listen to what they have to say. When we're courageous enough to be with what scares us, we receive powerful wisdom. Say you're sorry. Are you carrying around regret? Is there a relationship that needs healing, but you just don't know what to say? Give your pride a rest and simply start with I'm sorry. Take responsibility and acknowledge your role in the situation. Apologize for them and you. And then let it go and be very proud of yourself. Making amends isn't easy, but it's a huge leap forward on your spiritual path. Bravo. Nourish yourself. Have you been using food to numb rather than nourish? Be honest. If so, break the pattern today. Show yourselves that you care by choosing healthy, wholesome foods made with love. Eat your veggies, make a green juice, and toast to your longevity. Cheers. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and close out your message with one more deck. This is the Power of Love Oracle, and we'll get some of these messages for you, and then that will be it, Cancer. So really, I think this is about the journey of you. Not to say that it's not about a relationship, but a lot of times in the journey, even on the twin flame journey, there's individual things that have to be done. So right now, I want to say the focus is more on you than it is the relationship. If you want this relationship, then you have to do your part to heal it. Okay, and that is about being honest with the mistakes, if any, that you've made, and whether you've made them or not. Saying I'm sorry when you really love somebody, whether contributed or not, is an easy thing to do, and it doesn't cost you anything. Your ego doesn't come into play when you really love someone. It's not about your ego. It's about honoring the relationship and also owning your part in whatever happened, because when there's more than one person involved, each one of you have a responsibility towards what happens in the relationship. And even if you didn't, whether you did something or you didn't do something that you should have done, saying I'm sorry should not be a big deal, especially when it's about love. Okay, so let's go ahead and see any other messages. Okay. What else, Spirit? What else? Anything else for Cancer, please? Okay, last go around, Spirit. Anything else? Yep, okay, I thought so. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and read what's come out. No particular order again, but I think I have them pretty much in the order they came out. So the first one is trust. Again, confirmation. We had another card somewhere around here about trust. So here we have, you have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. So this is, again, trusting your emotions, trusting your intuition, trusting your heart, okay? Trusting that connection that you have with your intuition, trusting that connection you have to spirit, and knowing that you're not going to be led astray. Next, we have present. You live in the present moment. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. So this is about, again, staying in the moment, because a lot of times when we live in the past, we continually live that pain over and over again. And what's the point? We need to heal it. We need to release it. We need to shed the tears. We need to surrender it. We need to let it go because it's hindering you. Okay. Next, we have gratitude. You fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. And this is about, really, really being thankful for the lessons, learning the lessons, because many people choose not to learn the lessons and they want to be in that cycle of pain. But when you have the courage to learn the lessons, there's just an attitude of gratitude that comes with that, because then you get the bigger picture. This was a lesson for me to grow into who I truly am at a core energy level, right? My loving self, that's who I am. And when I want to be that, I can overcome anything else. And so it's humility. You have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are on the same but different path. So it's allowing people to be where they are. You're not in the same place, they aren't in the same place, but it's allowing that, okay? We've got willingness. You are able to compromise if the end result is love. And again, that's that not being afraid to apologize. If you love someone, I'm sorry, it's not hard. It's really not. It's when you have your ego forefront yelling at you, no, 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 don't say you're sorry. You didn't do anything wrong. Your ego can get you in a lot of trouble. Really can. So, really, really checking your ego, really, really going into the heart, and really, really putting the relationship, the love that you have for yourself first, for spirit always, but also for the other individual that you have these very, very strong emotions for. We've got peacefulness. You recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul. Okay. When you walk in peace, you don't allow anything to disrupt that, even if it's the other person. You just let them do what they're going to do. But that doesn't mean you have to come out of your peace in any way. We have expression. You are ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love. We have commitment. You dedicate yourself to your beliefs wholeheartedly, knowing that love is the essence of your very being. Because when you know that's who you are, it's easy to make commitments to you, first and foremost. It always has to start with you. Next, we have elevation. You are making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. So again, elevating that pure core of who you are, your natural energy. Okay, minus the mask, minus the ego, minus the regret, minus all of that. Okay, cause and effect. You're aware that the love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. And then the last one, vision. No matter what, you seeing the bigger picture of a loving, just universe. Again, so stepping into what you know can happen here, not only for yourself, but for this love situation. Okay. So I do hope, Cancer, that this really helps you. Much love and light, Lady T.